Hi guys, this is Julie. I'm at home in my in-home yoga studio, hanging out in Sioux Falls here, and I've got both the Prairie Soul community page going and my personal page as well. So if you see kind of two different angles there, that's what's going on. And hopefully it's a cloudy day, so I don't have as much natural light today. But anyway, welcome. This is my happy space, my calm space. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to do a nice 30-minute yoga practice today. Super beginner friendly, just something to ground us and get us going for the day. So I know the other day Megan actually shared on our Prairie Soul page about the 5 things, and that's something that I've loved in my own mindfulness practice as well. And so I wanted to get started with that and maybe kind of tag on to that a little bit as well. So we can just kind of keep adding some of those tools into our pocket. So just go ahead and find a nice, comfortable, easy seat wherever you're at. Just giving people a minute to hop on here. All right, good. Just notice the ground beneath you. We're in a time of transition right now, a little bit of a time of uncertainty, but just as you're sitting here, notice the ground beneath you. Feel supported, rooted down. And we'll go ahead and begin. So wherever you are, notice we're going to go through the 5 things, like I said. So the first aspect of that is 5 things. You can say it out loud or just, to yourself. 5 things you see. Any 5 things, just 5 things you see. Good. And then 4 things you feel. Three things you hear. Two things you smell. And 1 thing you taste. Go ahead and blink your eyes closed or find a soft gaze in front of you. I'm just going to adjust our camera angle super quick, guys. Find a little bit more light. And begin to notice your breath as you're seated. Inhales, open our chest. Exhale, releases and softens. 3 more breaths just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as you begin to deepen your breath. Notice how your lungs inflate and expand. Your collarbone smiles and widens. And exhale. And it's not that we're getting smaller on the exhale. We're just releasing and relaxing and enjoying that newfound space. Couple more breaths just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Over the next 3 breaths as we continue on with our breath practice today and our pranayama practice, just notice how the wave is like a breath. right up gently. And exhale right back down again. Ride the wave. Continue to inhale, using the power of your breath to just connect with your core and with your pelvic floor. Guys and gals, we both have them. And just inhale. Notice how the breath connects all the way through our body. We're going to inhale to the count of 3 or 4. Inhale. And exhale. We inhale, equal length. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice, guys. Let's go ahead and open up our shoulders a little bit, find some movement. We'll inhale those arms up overhead. Go ahead and interlace your fingers and we'll point the palms up toward the sky, reaching nice and tall. And then we'll exhale, let it back down again. A couple more times just like that. Inhale, reaching up, gathering it up. Interlace the fingers, exhale, palms, reach for the sky, and then we let it out again. And one more time, just like that. Inhale, reaching up, energy through the fingertips, and then palms to the sky, and we exhale, side out again. This time we're going to plant our right hand, and we're going to inhale the left arm up and over, belly soft. If you're pregnant, belly button stays forward, reaching. And then we exhale, plant that left hand, right arm up and over. Finding space in the side body. Couple more times just like that. Very nice. Right hand plants, left arm up and over. And then left hand sets down, right arm up and over. Making space for the breath, making time for the breath. And then plant it one more time. Right hand down, left arm up and over. And then left hand plants, right arm up and over. And we're going to open up those shoulders just a little bit. So inhale, right hand is planted, left hand comes up over your head, and then just hinge your elbow down and let that left hand plant down in the middle of your shoulder blades, just like that, wherever it lands naturally. No need to stretch or strain. And then we'll inhale that right hand up and just let it gently land on the elbow. And we'll kind of rest our head and our arm and let the arm push back just a little bit. And we're just using this to open up our side body, a little bit of a heart opener. When we carry our tension, we tend to carry it forward and scrunch forward. So we're just opening up and counteracting that a little bit. Exhale back down again, and this time opposite side, left hand plants. We reach the right arm up and over, and then hinge at the elbow and just let that left hand land wherever it lands naturally. And then we bring that left arm up, left hand lands on the right elbow, just a place to rest. And again, we open up the heart space here. Exhale. We inhale. And exhale, soften up. One more seated pose here. We're going to inhale, coming up and around, opening up our hips. Exhale, back around. We inhale, front. And then we exhale, back around. And then we inhale. Exhale back around. And now we'll go the opposite way. Very nice. Inhale up to the front. Exhale back. And then we inhale up and around. And exhale back. One more time. Inhale to the front. Maybe linger a little bit if there's a little stretch, a little spot you're finding that needs some work. And then we exhale back and around. Come to just a moment of stillness here. Blink your eyes closed or find a soft gaze in front of you. Always your choice. Yogi's preference. You get to decide. Our spine, imagine that spine being rooted down into the ground, as if it were sending roots down into the ground like a tree. Notice where you're supported, where your legs and your feet are touching the ground. Again, space for the breath. Lots of transition right now, so we're going to slow down those transitions. Take our time. We inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale audibly. No one's around to hear you. You can make it as loud as you want. It's really good for that vagal nerve stimulation. Exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and blink your eyes open. And we're going to transition to our all fours position. So we're coming into tabletop position, and we're going to exhale, come into cat-cow. So round the spine, really make space on the back side. And then we inhale, little back bend, little bit of a look up to the sky, gentle. And then we exhale, round the spine. If you're pregnant, your belly's soft and relaxed. And then we inhale, come back up. 2 more like that on your own, your breath, your pace. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. Back up. And go ahead and exhale and come back into your all fours position, just pausing here. If you're pregnant, your legs might be a little bit wide on the hips with distance apart. You find the stance that's good for you. And we're going to reach right arm to the front, left arm to the back, and then we bend if we're at home and run out of space. And then we plant it again. Left arm reaches long, right leg reaches long. This is really good for the low back. And then set it down. One more time, guys, this size. Reach long, energy out through the fingertips, through the feet. And then we set it back down. Left arm, right leg. Really nice, guys. Think about how strong your arm and leg are beneath you. It's not just about the balance, but it's about, or the arms that are extended, but it's about where we're balancing. And go ahead and set that back down. I'm just going to come into a pigeon pose, one on each side. So extend that right leg long. Right knee comes to the right wrist. Extend the left leg long behind you. And if you're in for a little bit more of an active pigeon pose today, feel free to kind of keep your hands beneath you, keep that up a little bit. If you're feeling like you'd like to have more of a restorative pose today, if you happen to have props nearby, you can grab a block and let your head rest on that. You can grab a block or a blanket and stick that beneath your hip. Always yogi's choice. One inhale wherever you are. And then we exhale, release down. And then again, if you are pregnant, one of our pregnant yogis among us today, make sure that that right leg is wide enough out to the side to make room for baby. Just a couple breaths here. Really nice, guys. And then on an inhale, go ahead and crawl your hands back toward your body. And we'll extend that right leg long, give it a little shake out, bring some blood flow back into that. Set it back down and we'll do the same thing opposite side. So left leg extends long. And then we exhale, bring the left knee toward the left wrist and extend the right leg long. Your shin is just going to land wherever it lands naturally. And then same thing, find a prop for your forehead if that's what you'd like. You can exhale and release down to your forehead. Really nice, guys. And then go ahead and crawl those hands back toward your body. Give yourself a little bit of space to come out of the pose. Extend your left leg and just kind of shake it out a little bit. Coming back to all fours, we're going to get up into a little bit of a flow. Go ahead and tuck your toes, send your knees high to the sky, and we're going to find that first downward facing dog of our practice. Really nice, guys. Your knees might be soft. Pedal it out just a little bit. Find where you are today with your down dog. And if downward facing dog for some reason doesn't feel good to you today or any day, you're always welcome to hang out in a tabletop pose or a child's pose. Remember, yogi's choice, your body, your practice. One more breath and downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale. Go ahead and gently bend those knees. Take a walk up to your mat. The feet are going to come up to meet your hands. And then we're going to inhale, halfway lift. And halfway lift, our legs are going to be nice and strong. And our back is parallel-ish to the mat. Crown of the head reaches for the front of the room. Everybody's body is different here, guys. So just remember it's going to look different on everybody. And then we exhale, forward fold. If you have blocks handy and you'd like to use those, you're welcome to use those. Head hangs heavy, knees are bent. And then let's inhale, push through the legs, arms reach up high to the sky. And we're going to exhale, hands through heart center, down to the side, mountain pose. Blink your eyes closed or find that soft gaze in front of you. Just find 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Blink your eyes open. You might have noticed we're going through a little bit of a modified Sun A today, and that's because we're trying to keep that friendly for our gentle practitioners and our prenatal folks as well who are following along. Or we're going to finish our Sun A and go through that one more time. We're going to inhale, arms up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent any amount, head hangs heavy. And then we inhale, halfway lift. And then we exhale, hands plant. Go ahead and chaturanga vinyasa through if that's in your practice. Otherwise, I invite you to join me in tabletop position. Toes together, knees wide, and we're going to touch down in a brief child's pose. I invite you to allow your forehead to connect with the mat. The forehead is a spot where we kind of remind ourselves of our intuition, of that inner knowing, of that sense, those instincts. And so while your forehead is connected to the mat, go ahead and just left to right, right to left. Give that forehead a little massage on your mat. And then pause. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and blink your eyes open now, yogis, and we're going to transition back through a downward dog. So our toes are going to tuck, our hips are going to come high to the sky. Knees are bent any amount that feels good to you. You might be getting to know your downward dog again. And then we'll go ahead and feet come to the top of the mat to meet our hands. I'm just going to face forward to see you guys. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, nice long back. Inhale, push through the legs. Knees are soft, hinge at the hips, arms reach up. Exhale through heart center. Arms down to the side, mountain pose, Tadasana. Coming into a tree pose, and if you're at the top of your mat, you can absolutely stay there. We're going to start on the right side, so we're going to engage that right leg. The right foot is rooted down, the right leg is strong. And just bring those left toes over. You can keep it grounded. You can keep that foot on the shin, yogi's choice. Use that left leg to just kind of open the hip a little bit. Hands to heart center, hands at your side. Whatever feels good to you today, yogis. We'll find that unmoving point of focus in front of us. Drishti. And then exhale super gently. Stay in the shape you are. Set that left leg down. Here we are, mountain pose. Now we'll engage the left leg and bring the right foot over. So again, yogi's choice if you need a little bit more of a kickstand, if you just prefer that today, a grounded pose. A little bit of a balance, up to you. Maybe you're growing your branches. We have two little guys, two little trees out on the side of our house. We're hoping will grow their branches this year. One more breath. Inhale, expand. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Down to the side. Bring that right leg down. Find your mountain pose. One breath here. And exhale. And if you're not already facing the top of your mat, I'm going to just join you back that way because we're going to come into just a short warrior two flow. So go ahead and step the right foot up to the front. Actually, I'm going to turn around so you can see me. So right foot up to the front. And then just take a nice gentle step or two back with that left leg. And again, if you're into the vinyasas and transitions, you're welcome to take those. But otherwise, we can just hang out here. Right knee is bent any amount. And warrior two. Nice and strong. A lot of strength is being asked of a lot of us right now. Maybe set out an intention for somebody you know. Somebody who is bravely working at the grocery store. Somebody who is on the front lines of our healthcare industry. And then we'll inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm can land on the right leg. Left arm up and over. And then we're going to transition. Our front leg is going to become straight-ish. Try not to hyperextend. Right arm comes up, left arm trails down the left leg. Reverse triangle. Relax the shoulders. And exhale back down into that warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Knee is bent on the right leg. Left leg is straight. And we're going to just rotate through the middle here. So join me in a 5-pointed star. Heels Come in, pigeon-toed, heels in, toes out. Arms up high to the sky. We're going to exhale down. A nice horse pose. Got a squat, whatever you prefer. And then inhale back up, reaching up. Feeling that expansion. And then we exhale down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale, reaching up. Go ahead and rotate your heels so they come behind your toes. Hands to hips. If you'd like to stay here, you're welcome to. If you'd like to join me in a nice, gentle, wide leg forward fold, go ahead and soften those knees. Hands can transition through your thighs, through your shins. Finding forward fold. Head hangs heavy here. Hands come to the ground beneath you. Remembering your breath, yogis, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll gently hinge at our hips to come up. Hands can come to your knees. And if you're pregnant or prone to any kind of blood rushes in your head, just come up slowly. Slowly transition back up. And then we're going to rotate so that our left toes are at the front of our mat. And our right toes are on an angle behind us. That right leg is straight and engaged. Our left leg, the knee is bent. It can be to that 90-degree angle, or it can be a more gentle amount. Always up to you, your choice. We're coming into Vira 2, Warrior 2. And then we'll inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm, left leg. Right arm up or above your ear. Your choice, your practice. Maybe it's a bind. And then we'll inhale one more time, Warrior 2. Arms parallel to the ground, and reverse your warrior. Super strong. And then we'll exhale, extended side angle again. Really nice, yogis. Legs are the same. Making sure to keep belly soft if you're pregnant. And then we're going to inhale, reverse it. Front leg straightens. Right arm trails the right leg, left arm up. Nice and strong. And then we'll reach out, reach out, reach out. Tick-tock your arms down. Triangle pose. And then exhale, coming back into your Warrior 2. We're going to take just a couple steps to the top of the mat. So whatever works for you to be gentle, just a few steps here. So you're at the top of your mat now. I'll face you. And we're just going to inhale those arms up. Exhale through the heart. And as you come down, go ahead and plant your hands on the mat. We're going to come into our all fours position again. And just find a couple of cat-cows here, yogis. Round the spine. Inhale, a little bit of a back bend looking up. Exhale, round the spine. And then go ahead and meet me in all fours here. And we're going to transition down to an easy seat. Coming into 12:30 now, yogis. We'll just be a few minutes more. We're going to be coming into, on our way through final Shavasana. So if you're pregnant, we want you to make sure that you're either on a bolster ramp, which I'll show you, or on your left side. Obviously, if you're not pregnant, on your back or any pose will do. And we'll just go ahead and release down to the mat. If you're coming into your final Shavasana, if you're not pregnant, you can go ahead and find a nice happy baby pose. If you are, maybe you're just seated for another moment and finding some hip circles. Yogi's choice, this is the time, yogis, where you find what works for you. Find the breath or those final movements that feel good to you. And I'm going to invite us into a short Shavasana. If you do happen to have props at your home, I'll show you how you can set up a bolster ramp. And if you don't, if you message me, I'd be glad to help you get a hold of some, especially as we might be together for a while, or together on the internet for a while. Short block in the front, tall block in the back, bolster up in front. And yogis, as you're ready, I invite you to come into your Shavasana. So whatever pose you've chosen, let's go ahead and inhale together. Exhale, release back. Let the breath go. Let any thoughts of what's happened up till now go. Not time to worry about what's to come. We'll be here for just a moment. And yogis, if you are comfortable and have some time, I invite you to just stay where you are. If you are needing to move on with your day, we're going to close out class with just a couple of community breaths today. We'll inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, side all back down to the ground. And then one more time, inhale, arms up overhead. And then we'll exhale, hands through heart center. Hands to sternum, sternum to chest. The divine in me honors the divine in each one of you. Thank you for sharing your light, your love, and your bravery. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Again, feel free to message me if you have any questions or just want to chat. Happy Thursday.